I want to go over some of the films of yours that I've been a big fan of for quite some time. We already talked about Against All Odds. Tron could technically be a sports movie, would you say? I mean,
we did some sports in that. I guess frisbee, a form of frisbee.
Well, I mean, a life and death frisbee,
racing.
not just any sort of that.
That's right.
I mean, there was a lot on the line for some of these frisbee games.
Yeah.
When you were doing it, did you have any idea of the video game culture that was busting out in our country at the time and that tapped into?
You know, when you said that video game, Steven Lisberger, the director and the writer of that film, Tron was his first film. And he came up with the idea, said this is all about being sucked into a video game. So he thought it was a good idea to line the walls of our studio with video games that you didn't have to pay for. They were just on board. And it was a wonderful idea in one sense, in that it was a lot of fun, but it also kind of slowed the shooting down because you get locked in, man. There was a game called, what was it, Tank? A Battle Zone.
Okay.
You remember that game? And I was locked into that, man, and oh, God. And they would say, come on, Jeff, we're ready to shoot. I said, no, man, I'm preparing. I'm preparing for my role. And I would get locked into that. But
so you were in a Pac-Man guy? Did they have that too?
We had Pac-Man, all the Pong, we had all of the...
Pong. I remember that.
Thinking of Pong, Harry Dean Stanton, a brilliant actor, just passed away.
Yeah.
If you Google Harry Dean Stanton and Jeff Bridges Pong, you'll see a huge scene. It was amazing that the director lingered on this shot, but I think it was very effective, of Harry Dean and my reflection in a Pong game in a movie called Rancho Deluxe, where I met my wife, 45 years ago. And Harry Dean and I are doing this scene on
I would never have thought to put Jeff Bridges and Harry Dean Stanton in the same sentence as Pong.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one right there. Then Starman, I always think of from the line from Starman every time the light turns yellow at an intersection because of your line from Starman.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know all about how to drive. What green go, red stop, yellow go very fast. Yeah,
I think about that.
You know another line I love from that movie is when I ask Charlie, I think Charlie Martin Smith or Karen Allen, when we're towards the end of the movie, I say, you know what I like about human beings the most is when things are at their worst, you are at your best. And I pray to God that that's true.
It's a neat movie. Starman is a really
It's a good one.
Movie, for sure. Jagged Edge as well, right in the middle of the 80s, where what is your role on spoilers right now? I mean, is it safe to talk about the end of Jagged Edge, even though it's back in 1985?
When I want to see a movie, I want to know as little about it as possible. Do you like that? I mean, when you're lucky enough to see a movie having known nothing about it. Every once in a while, I'll experience a movie like that. I remember going to a Rosemary's Baby.
Oh, sure.
On a matinee. And I had known nothing about it. And after that movie, I was sure that all the theater attendants were warlocks and that this was all for my purpose. And oh my God. But spoilers, that's a pretty old movie. But what were you going to say about
Jagged Edge, I mean, for those who might not have seen it, if I talked about your role in it right now, what is your philosophy on that as an actor?
Let's skip the twist,
Okay, so we don't talk about it.
Even though I said there's a twist, that was too much, man.
Well, you didn't...
Right now, there's a twist.
The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays at noon Eastern on radio stations across the country and audience.
If you like that video, be sure to download our app, and I'll be sure to help the NFL figure out what a catch is.